Sydney Rogers, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. It is May 13th, 2020, and we are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studios, where I am joined by Jim Seneca, Angie Anderson, and Autumn DeVries. They are the masterminds behind the senior portraits that got put up all of downtown Seneca Falls. But before we get to them, our show is brought to you today by Dewey's Party House and the Clam Man's Party House. They are going to be doing chicken barbecues until life goes back to normal. It is going to be every Friday from 5 until they're gone, every Sunday from noon until they're gone, and every Tuesday from 5 until they're gone. You'll get a half chicken with 2 sides for only $9.25 plus tax. The side dishes, they're going to change on a regular basis, so you don't get bored of the same side dishes. I think that's nice and considerate. And of course, they're doing pickup and takeout only. That is at the Party House, which is on Route 5 and 20 next to, what is that ice cream stand? Max's custard ice cream can? I don't know. They've changed it a few times. Maybe this is called Max's.
Who's also doing curbside pickup?
Yes,
they come right out to your car.
Yep, no
and
cash.
the weather's been so cold, but
right. And there's been some wait. There's been some wait. I can't
imagine what it'll be like when the weather breaks and it's warm.
But at the Dewey's Tavern tonight, they're doing wing night. They're going to do this every Wednesday now from 4 to 6, and you can get 15 chicken wings for $9.25 plus tax. It's takeout only, and you can call 315-568-4991 to place your order.
I verify that those chicken barbecues are pretty good, too.
Absolutely.
He's a master. He's more
and
than
you don't
chickens.
get them that often. So now being able to have them Friday, Sunday, or Tuesday, it said something like, "Are you sick of cooking yet? Let Clam Man's Party House cook for you."
Yes.
Which makes sense. But welcome, ladies.
Hello.
We're so glad you guys are here because we want to talk about all the goodness that you brought to Seneca Falls just recently.
Congrats, because when those things went up, there was a buzz all across town, and they were like, "This is so nice, a way to honor the seniors who are really getting the short end of the stick here, right, for their senior year." And, to see their faces up on a big banner as you drive through downtown one after another, it was cool. And it made me think of each one of them, too. I know most of them, and just to see them up there, reminded me, that he's graduating this year. So congrats, and we want to learn a little bit about, how this came about. And
Thank you. It kind of started right when all this pandemic came into light, and we knew that I kind of knew it wasn't going to be a short thing.
Right.
I just knew.
Right.
These kids probably aren't going back to school. It kind of hit me right away. And I called Faith probably about a week in to them being out of school, and I said, "What are we doing for these seniors?"
Our principal,
Faith, the principal at Mynderse. So what are we doing for these seniors? We got to do something. What are you going to do for graduation? And she's like, "Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself." I think she was trying to think positively. Of course, we all were. I'm trying to be positive. We're going to get back to school. And we kind of talked, and we started to brainstorm. We got to do something for these kids. They're going to start missing out on things. And then slowly, one thing after another, they started canceling stuff. Yeah. They started canceling proms and their senior trips and the senior breakfast and, whatever. Everything was getting canceled. So we started thinking about, Autumn came up with the idea of signs in the windows downtown.
Yeah, just
I think was kind of
downtown.
the first thing that kind of popped into our idea. And I said, people would have to walk downtown to see that. I said, what about signs on the light post? And then it kind of just went from there. And I called the school back up and I said, how about this? What do you think about that? And she said, well, do you think you can get the funding for that? I said, oh, yeah. Yeah, we can absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. I said, give me 5 minutes to put this up on Facebook and see what I can do. So within 5 hours, I think it was 5 hours.
5 or 6 at best.
We had the money for the posters.
Wow. So, I didn't know that.
How much did you need to raise to make that happen?
It ended up being around $2,100 for the posters, just for the banners.
But you guys actually ended up raising way more, right, than you were supposed to?
We cut a check to the school for $2,400.
Okay, so that's awesome. So they actually had extra money to use.
Between the extra money donated to Facebook and the cash donations and check donations that we received and we picked up, we were able to cut a check.
And that goes right to the senior class.
Right to the senior class.
Yep.
We had donated it to
project graduation.
Yep.
Which is even more awesome because like they're gonna still try and have project graduation.
At least in some form.
Right,
well,
obviously.
All this is a month away. Like graduation, about a month away now.
Yep.
We're starting to reopen in New York State. So, and you can see in the governor's phases of reopening that the education is the fourth and final phase.
Right.
And public gatherings for recreational purposes. So it'll be kind of touch and go. I know that they're considering some different things at different schools, doing virtual, maybe one student at a time and recording it and then presenting it all at once. I mean, there's lots of different things being thrown around.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's terrible that you couldn't have your standard, graduation.
Everybody together, right, and be able to see that.
And to be unsure even about if you're going to college next year, like what that's going to look like.
Right.
It's been working for this for their whole
13
life. It hasn't
years,
been that long,
Exactly.
they're young, but
exactly.
to them it's a lifetime.
It is.
And to then, not know if you're going to be able to head off to college in August, like every senior before you has.
Exactly.
So it is kind of frustrating. The one bright spot, I think, if you want to call it a bright spot, is that nobody will ever forget the class of 2020.
Ever. No, it'll always be, they'll be special. They'll always be special, won't they?
Right.
Yeah. And they might, you guys might have just started something that could possibly happen year after year now, or more school districts could think about this and think this is a good way to do it.
We really hope to see that happen.
That is awesome.
We really hope that other communities will see what we've done and take that and say, this is a great idea, a good way to honor our senior class. We want to see more senior faces up in other communities, other villages, other towns. We would love to see more seniors up. I would love it if I drove through another town. I would get excited.
Yeah.
To see more senior faces.
I got excited, and I don't think I know any, maybe like a handful of seniors, and just like I saw you guys putting it up that day, and I like saw it on Facebook, but then forgot about it, and then actually seeing it being done, I was like, this is so awesome.
Yeah,
I was
you were
this
so
is
excited.
touching.
I have photos to share as well. Of some of the banners that we can, so if people know what we're talking about if they haven't been through downtown Seneca Falls. But when I was driving through, it really, these kids are products of our community. They're products of the school system, the neighborhoods that they grew up in, the recreation department and programs that they participated in, and now we're kind of, if they get sent off into the world, some of them will move back home and end up living here, and some of them will live elsewhere, and they're all going to do different things. But I thought it was kind of cool, pandemic or no pandemic, just to be like, these are the kids that our community raised. Here they are,
Yeah,
some of them ready to start their lives.
Some of them I coached in lacrosse programs as youth, and I know them, and it's like, there's only probably 6 or 7 of them, of the girls that I coached in the lacrosse program, but you see them and you watch them grow and get better at the sport, and I continue to watch them all the way through, and it's like, wow, they're seniors now.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Some that I do see, I'm like, oh my God, I remember you when I was so little, and I thought you were like a baby, and then it almost makes me feel a little old, even though
you're getting there, Sid.
And what I love about this story is neither of you are actually senior moms right now, correct?
No.
And I think that speaks some volumes too, because it's not your child that's directly being impacted in the senior aspect, but you saw something, an opportunity that could help, everybody else, the families of the seniors, even though you weren't, directly impacted that way that they were.
I think we felt that the senior parents kind of had a lot on their plate already. They're trying to help cope, and help their seniors cope with what's going on right now and get them through that. They have, colleges to prepare for, figuring out, like you said, how that's going to look for them next year. And also, we don't have seniors, but we know what it was like. She had a senior last year, and we got to watch him through his senior year and what he got to enjoy. And I have a senior upcoming, and we don't even know what that's going to look like yet. Yeah. And hopefully she gets to enjoy her senior year.
Right.
I really hope she gets to enjoy her senior year. I think that she will. And know what our senior year looked like.
Right.
We got to enjoy our senior year, and you got to enjoy your senior year. I remember what that looked like.
It was a good time, but
it's nice though that it didn't have to be a parent of somebody in the senior class to do it. It's more of, like I say, a product of our community, and these kids are missing out on the senior nights in athletics and a lot of other recognition that they would receive a lot of different ways, even down to like graduation parties. We don't know how that's going to be, but so they got something special, and it was great. And I'll share some of the pictures.
Yes,
you guys
please do. And while he's sharing pictures, I wanted you guys to touch base on it. It wasn't just you guys that ended up doing this stuff. You had some people from the community that you had come out and help hang stuff, help promote stuff.
That's my husband, actually. That one's my husband, Matt Anderson. And we had Al Larson, the fire chief. He was out with us.
That's him.
Wow, look at that.
His stepson was out with us also. Lewis Archer, another firefighter, he was out with us. Oh, Brad Van Dusen, that's all three of us.
We didn't mention Brad yet. Brad took a lot of the photos, but he also was the one who kind of coordinated the production of these banners.
He helped us out a lot. He was awesome. In fact, he didn't hesitate at all once we contacted him. He was amazing.
We're lucky in Seneca Falls. He does work for other school districts too, but we're lucky that he lives here in Seneca Falls.
We are very lucky.
Brad does an amazing job, and he was right on it as soon as we were in contact with him. He came out, was willing to help us, did everything that needed to be done. When we were out,
ran out for us.
Yeah, we needed a Lowe's run, and him and his wife Christine, they were on it. They just ran out and helped us out. And,
I love that picture too. It's such a good picture.
We all graduated in '99. So
you did?
All three of us.
Yep, we're all '99 graduates. So
that's awesome. And these photos that we're showing right now were actually all taken by Brad.
That one was taken by Brad's wife.
Well, yes,
that one
still good quality.
Yeah, great quality photos.
Correct.
So that's Brad and his stepson, and I think my husband's hiding behind the ladder
somewheres.
So it was, again, more community that had to get involved with this, even if they weren't directly impacted with a senior. Again, like Jim said, it just shows how much people will go that extra length to, get that good feeling back that we all want.
How did you choose who went where? Was it just kind of random?
Well, we did try to.
I know it's the Vale of last week we had the Vale Victorian and Salutatorian, the Eller kids.
The Ellers, yes, they're great kids.
Yeah, they actually ended up on the same banner bracket.
No, they did
accidentally.
Oh,
wow.
That was complete accident. It just kind of the way we were putting them together, and I went, oh my goodness. We tried, and we did try to keep them in alphabetical order. But when we had that really bad windstorm, all that snow, we were out there trying to get everything up. There's my girl. Some of them fell. So we had to go back out and scarf them up and try to rebuild some of our banners. We've been out every day, trying to flip them back over, trying to keep up on them. So some of them fall. It's a learning process. We didn't really know how we were going to hang them. We kind of came up, we brainstormed and came up with some ideas. It was a lot of trial
and error.
So we're still learning. We're still trying to get them up.
The banners came out great, too.
They did. Brad did an amazing job.
They're amazing.
I was going to bring that up because when that picture, I was delivering to my sister their chicken barbecue. Or
your niece, right?
I was going to check out my new puppy dog too, my puppy niece. But I was bringing them food from the SMS, and I happened to see one of them starting to fly away. That hadn't, you guys set them up how they were supposed to go, and then when you got to them. But this one hadn't been put up yet, and it started to fly towards the road, and I was like, I gotta go catch it. So I was running after it, and ironically, it ended up being one of my relatives.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is so weird. I was like, got you, girl. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna put you back where you're supposed to go, and they'll get to you soon. But that's another thing.
And that was crazy because she got put up right in front of your sister's apartment.
Yeah.
It just was so random, but they ended up out of order, but we were just happy to get them all up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We were just happy
I
to
don't
get
think
them all
people
up.
are going to be like, wow,
I've been kind of, I had a concussion last year, so my brain doesn't function the way that it's supposed to, but I've been trying to kind of remember where we put them because everybody asks.
Oh, yeah.
So the thing that the school put up was beautiful. And it's been shared like 1,000 times, and we try to kind of
over
keep
1,000.
up
It's been incredible
with the comments, and because people are commenting like, "Oh, where's my daughter? Where's my son?" And we're like, "I think that one's by Clinton Street. I think that one's by because it is important. They want to see their kid, and we love that they're going out. We actually would love it if you're watching, like, share and put us on there, like, tag us in that you went out and took a picture with your banner. That would be awesome. We'd love to see it.
Or like the senior taking a picture
with their banner. It would be so cool for us to see.
Absolutely.
We're loving this. This is
for us, the whole basis around it was just to get the community involved and do something special for the kids. And I don't think either one of us really thought that it was going to turn out as big as it did, but it did, and it's been incredible.
That's what makes it even better.
Yeah.
You get that, like, proud moment for yourself, for like, I really did something good, this feels great, but then you know about every single kid on those banners that are like, wow, this is awesome. Like, them, their friends, their family drive by and pointing every time at their
everybody's
picture.
slowing down, like, and we know, we know a lot of people, so we're putting them up, we're watching people drive. I'm like, oh, I know them, oh, they're coming to see them. Like, you get really excited, and when we finally got them all up and we're standing there, and it's like an awestruck moment, and you're standing there and you're looking at it, and I'm like, that looks awesome. It looks so awesome. And it really did. It looks so nice down there. Yep. And I really do hope that they let us continue this every year, because it's amazing. Like you said,
it should be a new tradition.
It should. And it, like, I'm hoping that they recognize you guys for, like, what you did, which I saw that post that the school district put up, which was awesome, like you said, and was shared so many times. And I hope other school districts see it and they're like, wow, they did it in 5 hours, this can't be that hard. There should be a lot of parents. And
I think communities really come together at times like that. And
even though we should all be coming together like that always. But
always, I agree.
This helps and makes people want to be like, I think this is great. Let's just write this in for years to come. And I'm jealous. Like, I saw some kids.
You're jealous?
I am jealous of those photos up there, because I think it's such a great idea. I've seen some people on Facebook that I know were like, I wish we had banners.
Yeah, a lot of people are weird.
That.
Yeah,
maybe
a lot of
people
are saying
we'll go on your Facebook page and we'll get some banners, and then after this is off,
we'll get Sydney's picture up there.
Oh,
the whole Finger Lakes one staff.
Oh,
well, no, just Sydney.
Yeah, no.
25 Sydney banners, and then
I think there'd be a lot of
25
photos.
Sydney banners, different photos.
Oh no, different personalities. Like, no, we're gonna put you guys up next.
No.
The community heroes.
So we gotta apologize. We don't have any local photos this week. We got a little sidetracked, and we didn't get to prepare.
Sorry, ladies, but we saw legit, real local.
We had
photos just then. It just was only in one little small town.
But I want to play a hypothetical. I just want to say, let's pretend like that the pandemic ended today and COVID-19 was completely gone. You could do anything you want. What would be the first thing that you would do?
Oh, well, I would probably get on a plane and go somewhere else. After I go and get some food and some alcoholic beverages at a local restaurant, I would sit there.
What restaurant?
Oh, geez. I don't know. There's so many of them that I'm obsessed with.
Well, this has happened. You can go. You got to choose what you would do.
Okay, well, this is so, like, I could pick so many, but I spent a lot of lunches at Cicino's, and I very much miss that. So I would go have lunch there. And I don't know what I would have. Don't ask me, because there's so many good options. But I think that's where I would start. Okay. What about you guys?
Ooh.
There's so much you could do.
I know. That's crazy. Like,
I know, it's hard to believe that we're acting like it would be
this is over for real? It would
be such a treat to go to Cicino's.
Yeah,
I know, that is. That's huge.
It's funny because, like, any other time, we'd be like, oh, I'm going to go do this, this, and this. Instead, we're like, this is kind of weird. What would I do?
Can I go?
I think I would just burn my face mask.
I know. Like, could I burn my face mask, and could I have a giant fire in my backyard with all my friends invited?
Yeah, that would be
like with.
I think that would be the thing. Is just have
everybody
a social
over,
gathering,
a
with
huge
my
social
friends,
gathering,
and
I'm starting to think of ways that communities can have big block parties after all of this is done. Like, even though in reality, I feel like our normal will never be the same normal.
I hope that it isn't, actually. I really hope that we've learned something, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, what did we do? We didn't do anything wrong.
We didn't do anything wrong.
Like tell me I can't like shake someone's hand anymore or give someone a hug anymore?
No, I don't mean that. I mean like along the lines of, I always kind of thought that when you call in sick to work, you kind of were the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like,
even
you can't
if you
call
were
in
sick, you could have toughed it out. And
you should have come to work.
Right.
Yeah.
And said, like, how about call in sick, don't go.
Yeah, I
don't
know that's how
other people sick.
Right, don't get everybody sick. Just
not only
don't
that,
go.
I think it's the whole disconnect that people have had.
Then, with their families.
That's
you
true.
know.
It's been
no family time.
Plus.
Like, you don't really have family time. You don't have time to spend with your family.
Yeah.
Because you're too busy going, I got to get that overtime. I got to get that extra money. I got to, I don't know. I hope we've learned a little bit.
That's a good way to put it. I haven't thought of it that way. I was just thinking of ways where it's like, take time to be off of social media because you've been on it probably 10 times more than ever now.
Oh, yeah.
Go out and do things that are simple versus always being on the go. Like my family, we have something every single weekend, every day of the weekend.
Oh, you guys are always together.
But we were like, we kind of did still scale back, not necessarily as much as we should now. In the beginning, we were like, okay, let's do this. But now we're kind of like, oh.
You guys can't stay apart.
I know. We're always together anyway, so I'm like, well, if I had it, you're going to have it too, I guess.
Well, when this was first happening, if you go back to late February, early March, I was like, I'm not really too concerned, I didn't really change anything about the way I did. And I can even remember going to Skinny Atlas for dinner. It must have been like within a week of the actual shutdown when schools... Actually, it was 2 or 3 days before the shutdown because I was with a couple teachers, and they were thinking like, I don't think we're going to have to go to school on Monday. We're going to get like a week off. But that
little
day,
mini vacay.
in Skinny Atlas, we went like bar hopping and then to a restaurant. And there's even then you were supposed to be careful, but we weren't being careful, and nobody else there was being careful. It was just, it was a kind of a joke.
Right.
And that quickly changed, when
really quickly
when the stuff in New York City started happening and everything got shut down. But yeah, now it feels like it's time to get back to normal, but nobody really knows what to do.
All right, how to make that happen. Sure.
Yeah. What would you do? And your answer can't be golf.
No, I've been able to golf throughout. We had to walk when you couldn't take carts, and that was actually fun. You walk about 7 miles when you play around a golf and you walk.
Sure.
Burn some calories.
Yeah, that's good.
That's some good exercise.
It really is. I'm really tired at the end, but the weather hasn't been great, but we still will play golf anyways. But that's a great way for me to hang out with like people.
Right.
My friends, we're out there, social distance, playing golf like we normally would. So that was good, so I won't say golf because I've been doing that right throughout, and I've also been able to do yard work, and stuff like that. Went to Ridgeview Greenhouse last weekend and stocked up and did some planting and all that. So something that I would probably want to do is I would go to a restaurant, and I would probably go to either Osteria Salina or Rosalie's or Ports. Maybe one of those three.
Yeah.
Get a table of 8 and 2 cars and go.
So simple.
Right.
See, I love
Very
it.
nice.
It's like so simple. I did think, I could use a concert. I could use a
concert would be nice.
Overpriced
That's a good
beer.
one too.
Yes. Like give me all the overpriced alcohol. I will pay.
All the sports my daughter plays, soccer, basketball, lacrosse. My personal least favorite is lacrosse. No offense to anybody.
It's hard to watch.
I would kill to watch a girls' lacrosse game.
Right.
Now. Yeah,
I know. I'm missing it.
I can remember last year she was on Modified, and I would be driving up to Our Lady of Mercy in Rochester, and they'd be losing like 12-0.
Yeah, you're like,
I'd be like the only parent there from Seneca Falls.
That should change. That will change.
Yes, I agree.
Years.
You always wonder what it's going to look like when you don't have anything to go to, and this is what it's going to look like. And it is, you're missing it so bad.
Oh, jeez.
You're missing it so bad. I'm missing, like, AAU. I'm missing
there should be travel basketball tournaments right now.
Even just, like, play dates. Like, little things. Yeah, well...
Being able to stop, like, going for a walk and being able to stop at your neighbor's house and, like, chit-chat.
Yeah.
You still kind of do, but, like, they're on their porch. And you're, like, at the end of the driveway, and you're like, hi.
How you doing? The same conversation you holding up.
Yeah.
We're doing the best we can.
And it's always that. well, we're doing what we can.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty bored.
And then when we are able to get to see people in public,
are we going to know how to have a real conversation?
No, definitely not. You're going to be like, hey, social distance.
But there's a couple people that have just shook my hand.
Yeah.
Like recently, where you see somebody and they just reach out, and I'm like, all right.
You know what? I'm going to shake your hand.
I'm going to grab that.
It feels so weird.
It is.
Sanitize and all that.
It is. But I do want you to tell us if there's any good news. Do you know what the weather's going to be like for this upcoming weekend?
It's a mix between good and bad for this weekend's weather.
Saturday better be nice.
Doesn't help.
New York.
Saturday's
That's New York for you.
Saturday's the pick day. So, but yeah, it's going to warm up. We're going to get some rain Thursday into Friday. Friday we could get quite a bit of rain, but at least it's going to be about high near 68. So the warm weather's settling in.
Yeah.
Saturday, my pick day of the weekend, mostly sunny, high near 66. Beautiful day.
Okay.
Hopefully not too muddy from Friday's rain. And then Sunday, showers likely again, but still warm with a high near 66. And then as we get into next week, it looks like it'll clear up and the temperatures will stay in the 60s, maybe even push up into the upper 70s by mid next week.
It's coming.
I like it.
I have forced TJ, not really, he wanted to do it too, but I kind of pushed it on him. Yesterday night when it started like snowing and raining, we were still outside like putting out my deck furniture and getting our new hot tub together because I was like, maybe this will make the good weather come. I know that.
I mowed the lawn last night and it was a blizzard for a second there. I was like, what the heck's going on?
All of a sudden I was like, is that rain or is that snow?
It's New York. You get all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, you can.
It's great.
I know, and everybody's like, oh my goodness, I can't stand this snow. And then you look like on your social media back a year ago and you had like 2 feet of snow. And you're like, all right, this is kind of normal.
It's the same.
Let's just, keep pushing.
We'll push through, yep.
But yeah, that's really all the time that I had. Do you guys have any weekend plans?
Actually, we're leaving for OBX on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just started watching Outer Banks on Netflix.
Such a good show.
Just started watching it. I've seen so many people talk about it. I never thought I would like it. It looked like real preppy, like not.
It's not though. It's not.
We're on the 2nd episode, and we just started watching it. So now
you're
going to
be so mad when you get to the end. You have to wait.
Oh, jeez. So you guys are actually going to take on, like, are you going camping?
No, we have a house.
It's a ginormous house.
Oh, I love it. So social distancing will be.
Yeah, we got our own place. It's like got a pool and a hot tub, and
that's a good little getaway.
We're ready. We didn't think we were going to be able to go. We actually thought we were going to get our money back.
Yeah, right.
But now we can't get our money back. We have to go.
Okay. Well, okay. I would be okay if I'm forced to go.
Yeah, we're so forced.
Yeah. But that sounds fun.
Darn.
I thought you guys wouldn't have anything.
What are you
nobody
doing?
Does. I don't know. I have no clue.
She's hanging out with her sister.
Yeah. How'd you know?
And the new puppy.
The new puppy, Mamba.
Yes,
She's
Mamba.
so cute. Yeah, but do you have any exciting plans?
Not really. A golf, yard work, and cooking food and watching TV, which has been every weekend for the past.
Sounds like my weekend normally.
Yeah.
Oh, I might. Okay, I will probably get in my hot tub for the first time now that I have it. It will be set up hopefully by today. Do
you hear that, TJ?
Better be set up by today.
TJ?
But yeah, that's really all the time we have. Thank you for what you guys did.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really one of the.
I
think that'd be one of the lasting memories of this whole thing when it's all said and done. I think if people always remember how that happened. It gave me a really good feeling, like I said, feeling about our community. Just
that's what we were looking to do.
That makes me proud of our community.
Yes, thank you.
2 non-senior moms that stepped up and made something positive for this whole community. Thank you for joining us. Of course,
I hope you
had fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody who was watching. If you enjoyed this show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back, of course, next Wednesday. And until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes.
www.fingerlakes1.com